I love this place. I absolutely love this place. It's this tiny little hole in the wall izakaya. All right, now what I want to talk about next is what I call the $5 filter method. It's a Facebook ads method I've been using for years, and it still works to this day beautifully. In fact, it's working better than ever. Paid advertising is the best thing that's ever happened to internet marketers, both affiliate, digital, CPA offers, Ecom. I just happen to Ecom. The only one that ever limits you is Etsy. Everyone else, Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, will allow you to spend as much as possible. That means that today you could make 2 sales, and 3 or 4 days from now you can make 100 sales a day. You can scale infinitely and fast, but this can be dangerous, right? If you don't know what you're doing, it can be. I mean this to try to put you in the right sense of mind for success, the right place, the right mindset for success. Most things fail. So the key is to cut the sure losers quickly at a very low spend, and then scale the ones that make you money. That's it. Well, I've developed what I call the $5 filter method. Okay. And there's a couple aspects to this, and it's not as up front, but I needed a fancy name to get your attention. So the $5 filter method is that. Test cheaply. Okay, so let's exclude gadgets and jewelry items. I break them down into 2 categories: viral products and non-viral. And jewelry and gadgets are non-viral. We have viral product, $5 filter method, so method A, and we have non-viral product, $5 filter method, product version B, which is non-viral. So let's talk about the easiest one out there, and the cheaper one, by the way. Fortunately for people who are doing product style A who got a viral product, this is actually cheaper than the other style. Well, what you do is you go in, let's say you have a funny t-shirt or a funny coffee mug or some sort of entertaining thing, right? That's gonna get people's reaction. You set up a $5 engagement campaign. That's it. $5 campaign with a $5 engagement ad, that's it. And you put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 broad targets. The point is you actually want a broad audience. For this initial $5 engagement test, you actually want a large audience. You don't want to narrow down. You want a large audience, okay? You want Facebook to have a lot of people to choose from. And what you do is you set it up and you do engagement. Nothing, it's actually the simplest, easiest ad you could possibly create. Don't worry about any conversion optimization. Don't worry about placements. Just do the most basic setup you could possibly do. This is the easiest ad ever. In fact, if you're finding it complicated, you're doing it wrong. It's essentially the same as a boosted post from your fan page, except that you can actually do some more advanced targeting within the ads manager than you can do from your fan page. But in essence, it's the same. And you let it run for a day. This is for t-shirts, hats, mug cups, things that have got a funny, cool message, and so on and so forth. Tumblers and whatnot. Canvases, things like that. Okay, so you set up a $5 engagement ad, and you absolutely use the simplest method possible. Don't overthink it. Just don't. The overthinking comes later when you start actually really getting the hardcore testing and scaling. And you're looking at 2 things. At the $5 spend, am I getting a good number of comments? Am I getting a good number of shares? And if you're not, kill it. Move on. And every time I teach that to someone, they're like, really? Is that it? That is really it. And here's why. If you got a funny t-shirt and you got a funny mug cup or a good, cool canvas, a great message on it, right? Something that people are going to react to. If they're not commenting or sharing, your odds of making sales when you go to conversion ads is zero. In fact, it's less than zero. You can't even get reaction to the easiest possible threshold of reaction. Facebook knows who engages. They have that built into their algorithm. They know who engages with posts and ads. They know that. So if you're running an engagement ad to a t-shirt, coffee mug, canvas, some sort of viral product style, and you can't get fucking engagement, you just saved yourself $30 or $40 in testing with conversion ads, because $5, I'm literally, if I see bad engagement, I'm out. Okay, now let me get the one part that's a little bit complicated. What is the definition of good engagement? And I have to be honest, there's some variance here. I wish it was so straightforward, but for the sake of adjusting for every niche, and by the way, this is something that I've learned over time. Okay, so it's always a learning process, and the ever-ending learning process. Okay, so back to the point I was gonna make. If you can get comments and shares on a viral product, you have zero chance of success. But do not count likes. Under any circumstance, just ignore the likes, because the reason is that people like all sorts of stuff. I like tons of my friends' posts because they're my friends. Anyway, so let's talk about the category B, which I call non-viral products, for lack of a better word. And for those who missed the beginning, these basically encompass two types of products. Gadgets, which are dropshipping products. Guys, I work with a lot of dropshippers too, not just print-on-demand sellers. So there's a lot of problem-solving gadgets or cool gadgets that'll make your life easier or more convenient. People are interested in those kind of things. They go on the website and buy, but they just don't share and comment and tag their friends. And jewelry. I just don't get it. Actually, to be honest, I just don't get it. To this day, I still don't understand why, but jewelry continues to be a non-viral product. And especially in these days with these message cards, right, where we can actually put a funny phrase on there, and the gift is the actual necklace, right? The love heart or whatever, the heart necklace, but the message can be a funny joke. But still, despite that, it's not getting the viral reaction. And I know that for a fact because just a couple months ago, working with a student, we had a product that was selling like crazy through conversion campaigns. We were booming. I said, hey, let's see if we can get this to go viral. Let's just throw $30, $10 a day at a engagement. I told them straight out, this is a test because I don't think it's gonna work, but you're making so much money with this. Are you cool with trying it? I said, sure, let's try it. And then, yeah, sure enough, after actually 2 days, we gave up because we were getting such pitiful reaction on shares and comments. It wasn't even worth going any farther. So it was $20 down the drain. I appreciate him willing to play ball with me on there and test it out. But that thing was selling. And there was a funny, humorous message on the card, on the message card. But still, we couldn't get shares and comments. I mean, we got a few, but nothing to write home about, nothing to get excited about. So I am fully convinced that using engagement ads to filter out bad jewelry items is not the way to go. So those of you who've been in my group coaching in the past, those who've been in my training in the past, or their coaching or my course, know that I recommend 2. If you really want to be a bit aggressive, 3. $5 conversion ads. Engagement ads don't work. The next logical step is conversion. Now, unfortunately, the downside of this is that, yeah, instead of spending $5 the first day, you're going to spend $10 to $15 the first day, which is more. And that doesn't sound like a lot of money on the first test, but when you start to get the 10, 20, 30 number of tests, it adds up. So I wish the engagement ad method work for jewelry, but it just doesn't. What am I looking for? And on day one, I'm looking at link click costs. If I'm not seeing the link click cost, I'm very skeptical. Even if you have a sale, even if you have a add to cart or add to carts, if I'm not seeing good cost per link click, I'm very nervous. The point is that, look, on $15 spend, you got 3 or 4 link clicks. That's not good. I don't, in any world we live in, that's just not good. Sometimes it mind boggles me. People sign up for my coaching and they still question my advice. And I get it. You know, as much as I'm giving you advice, you want to learn some things on your own, and that's cool, and I accept that. Which is why link click cost is so important on the upfront thing. It's because it tells you so much. If people are not clicking over a lot on a conversion ad to your website to see the product you're offering, that's a bad sign. That is a bad sign. Yeah, the $5 filter method is either set up engagement ads for viral products, look at the comments and shares, or set up conversion ads for non-viral products, which are like jewelry and gadgets, and then look at your link click cost. Look at that. Focus on that. I don't give a fucking shit if you're making sales. You made a sale. Sorry. If you're making multiple sales, I may think, okay, maybe this is an exclusion or an exception. That can rarely happen, but it does. But if you got one sale out of the gate, your click costs are not good. Let's say you go 2 days and you got one sale and your click costs not good. Boy, I have my doubts. I really do, and I would be very skeptical of that, and maybe possibly try some new targets, but I would not be excited. I hope you're getting getting value out of these videos. If you're interested in working with me, Q4 is coming. It's around the corner. It's gonna be faster than you can possibly imagine. So yeah, 5 minutes about coaching. Honestly, my coaching is not cheap. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm not gonna cheat my prices because I'm already undercharging for what I do. I'm already undercharging. But if you feel that my coaching is beyond your reach, you can go to ecomvantage, VANTAG.com, ecomvantage, VANTAG.com, and join for $100 a month. I've recently added some sign-on videos in there, and I'm gonna be more. And I'm actually updating the Facebook videos as we speak. Anyway, you can private message me if you want to talk to me, ask me any questions. Cheers, we'll see you next video. Love you all. Regardless if you sign up for my stuff, I want you to get results.